Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic Star Wars Battlefront video, and this is another episode of Battlefront Rant. So this is a series that I guess is going to be more common on my channel than I thought it would be, because I've actually found quite a few things to rant about, surprisingly, in this pretty good game. And today's rant is going to be less of a rant about the game, and more of a rant about the community in a way. So my rant today is going to be about Battlefront's lack of content, or supposed lack of content. So I'll start off by saying that Battlefront does have somewhat of a lack of content. I will acknowledge that in terms of maps, there is a significant lack of content. We only have 4 big maps for the bigger game types like Walker Assault and Supremacy, and then we have about 6 maps for other game modes. So a game of Blast has 6 maps, and I think, a game of Drop Zone has 6 maps, and I think a game of Blast has 6 maps. So there's 2 maps in each that don't overlap, because I know there's a total of 8 smaller maps. Now, the thing that I find hard to comprehend is they chose to go with so few big maps, and that's understandable because it takes a lot of time to build one of these big maps, but also that they chose to only go with 6 small maps. And here's why that's surprising to me. They have a bunch of small maps built for the offline game modes. So they have survival maps that are already built that they could implement into the multiplayer, and they also have battles maps that they could implement into the multiplayer that they've built online but just aren't implemented. And I think that was not a smart decision on DICE's part, because those are maps that could prove integral in providing us long-term replay value of this game. Now that being said, I still think this game has a lot of long-term replay value. The other thing in it lacking content is, people don't really talk about this much, but I personally think there's a lack of guns. Now I know there is a significant amount of guns, but I feel like more guns would make it a little bit more interesting, because once you hit that level 25 cutoff, you don't get any more guns, and that's only halfway through the progression system that you don't get any more guns. The only ones you get are through star cards, and that cuts off at about level 30, I think. So there's 20 levels where you're not going to unlock any guns. The only unlocks you're going to have are purely cosmetic unlocks, and that doesn't really keep me going. That doesn't drive me to keep playing the game. There's also no prestige system in the game. I'm pretty sure there's no prestige system where you can just restart from zero, and that's another thing that's very unfortunate to me. I've played about 10 hours in the game, somewhere around 10 hours, and I'm already a level almost 25, I think. So I'm almost halfway through the game in only 10 hours. So what happens when I hit, let's be conservative and say a day and a half, if I hit 32 hours played. That's not it. But let's just say 30 hours. Let's call it 30 hours for me completing the game. It actually is 32 hours, my bad. So let's say I hit that 32 hour plateau and I hit level 50. What's going to drive me to keep playing this game? It's only my desire to play the game is the only thing that's going to drive me to play the game. There's no unlocks, there's no progression, there's nothing else that I can do except for small little challenges that'll gain me XP that don't do anything really. Maybe unlock all the faces and stuff, maybe that's one thing that'll motivate me, but there's really nothing there to motivate players past level 50, and that's why I think it was a poor decision on their part, because if they had gone past level 50 with the progression system, there would still be an ever-present system to drive you to keep going. If they went to, say, level 100, that would require you to put a lot more hours into the game, and that would require you to play it for a lot longer, thus preserving the longevity of the game. Only having it beat a level 50 once through, I think is really going to hurt the game in the long run. And as much as I love Star Wars Battlefront, and I absolutely love this game, I know that's going to wind up hurting me in the longevity, because I enjoy games. I've been broken by the Call of Duty system. I've been broken by the Modern Warfare 2 system in particular, where you can just keep unlocking, keep ranking up, just keep going, keep going, keep going. That was the initial first-person shooter I played online, and that absolutely broke me for every first-person shooter after, except for Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops was my favorite game, by far. But those games, Call of Duty games where you're just consistently ranking up, you're always working towards this next unlock, have really kind of sucked just a desire to play out of a lot of players. Players mainly play now because we're XP junkies, and I know that's kind of a loose term, but that's kind of what I am. I'm an XP junkie. I just want to keep going to the next level. I just want to unlock that next thing. I just want to keep going. And once you hit that max level in a game, that drive to keep playing the game kind of falters off. That's why you've seen Call of Duty go insane with prestiges. Like, I know Black Ops was 50 levels, but it also had 15 prestiges. You could play through those 50 levels 15 times, and for me it took an average of 24 hours to play through those 50 levels. So for me to play that 15 times through, that's a lot of replay value. There's not that much replay value in the Star Wars Battlefront, and I think that's a huge missed opportunity and a little bit of a lack of content. Now, people are going a little bit overboard with the lack of content in terms of maps, because we are getting Jakku in the next few coming weeks, and that is going to be 3 new maps, I believe, 1 big map and 2 smaller maps, and that is very much going to help in supplementing this already, because just throwing in another map already is already going to freshen up the game a little bit, and you're only a couple weeks into the game. Now, obviously, there's the Season Pass, and everyone's saying, oh my god, they withheld content to just sell it as DLC in the Season Pass. I, again, don't see it that way. I honestly think that they just barely finished this game, because I don't think any of this else is finished, except for the Battle of Jakku. Like, once they finished the game, they had to start working on Jakku, because they already had that committed. Disney probably already wanted them to put that out, so I don't think that they've been pouring resources into the Season Pass yet. Sure, they've been coming up with ideas, but they probably have not been working on Season Pass content yet. So that's really all I have to say about that for now. I might make a part 2 to this video, but thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, as always, I encourage you to leave a like rating, comment down below, letting me know what you guys think of the lack of content, I use air quotes on that, in Star Wars Battlefront, and so I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.